Hey, what's happening, all you mechanical maniacs? Hurst Quayzar here. Welcome back to Rot2Rad. This is a series where we go out to the junkyard, we grab something that's rotten, and we bring it back in here and we make it into something radical. Our project car, the side project car we've been working on, this 64 Impala. We've got a little bit more done with it. Got the wheels and tires on it. Got the front suspension all done. Of course, we were using a Jaguar. We're using a Jaguar wheels and tires, of course. But hey, I just thought it looked, thought it looked pretty good on this car. So I had to do some chrome up here, get the engine rest away together. Got the chrome in the back, so everything's looking pretty good on it so far. So yeah, the project car is almost done, and then once that gets done, the Cobra will take its place. So, so yeah, hopefully we'll get it done. All right, our last episode, we have the Ford Mustang here with a super blown V8. Pretty much, this is from Dead Bob 777. So yeah, pretty much a dark green, big old slicks on the back. Had to go with the whole shot ones. Also decided to stick with, just the basic wheels up front and back. Painted them black, kind of gave it that bullet style look. You know, if you ever watched, what was the name of the movie now? It was a Bullet. Yeah, it was just Bullet. He had a Mustang, an older Mustang, green with the 5-spoke. I don't remember what those are called, 5-spoke rims. But anyway, you guys have pretty much come through again. For the most part, everybody likes to see it and wanted me to save it. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to save it. So let's move that car into the parking area. All right, so now that leaves me with needing to do another project. So let's go out to the junkyard and see what we can find today. Okay, roll on the dice. Sure, we're going to find something good. All right, out here in the rust and the dust. Put on your desk masks, people. We're going for a ride. Okay, we got ourselves a Ford Fiesta out here. We did one very early. This is a van version now. Front wheel drive. It might be interesting to do a Ford Fiesta, I guess. I've always passed up on them. This is the V-Spec 2 at, now, we've done a lot of GTRs too. I've always passed up the Fiesta just because I feel like we've done, after you've done one, it's overdone. Ribsand Z530 Corvette Lit Edition. We did do the Lit Edition. Corvette. Bare Bones, whatever that is. GTR. Yeah, bare bones. Okay, we got ourselves an El Camino here. Been a while since we did an El Camino, but it's at 226,000 miles. Oh, what's this? This is a Sport, Ford Torino Sport. Now, this was a new one that I happened to come across in the workshop. Okay, it is under 100. What's that there? Is that docked? I think that's the dock. Dock. Yeah, dirt racer. Okay, I'm thinking the Ford Torino is going to be the winner chicken dinner. Yeah, Beamer done. Another Mustang. It's 188 on that. Viper we've done. Done that. DeLorean we've done. Another dock. Oh, that's the same one. Bel Air back there. What we have in the shop right now, although this is the Donk version, it looks like. This is the Donk version? Yeah. Donk version. I think it, yeah. So, well, we've got that sitting in the shop right now. Ford Escort at 203. The Supa. I'm going to do that one. Ourselves a Mercedes. That one. Got a GTX here. What's the GTX? That's a nice 187. All right. And then we have, the Supra. Toyota Supra, the Fast and Furious Supra. So, yeah. we're gonna go back out here. I know everyone's like, oh, do the Supra, but I want to do the unique cars, you know? So this is brand new from the workshop. So this is the one I'm going to build. So let's go ahead. What's the price tag on it? Oh, that's not bad. Very cheap. We're gonna put it in the garage. All right, let's go build it. All right. One thing I didn't check is like the interior color on this thing. Don't know. Okay, so this is kind of I know the modder did it, and they've like said it wasn't the best he's done. So I understand that, but it's different. It's fresh. It's new, and I'm ready to do something with it. I mean, come on. So let's do this. Take everything off of it that I can. Take the tail light off. Is that? Nope, that stays in there. All right, it is the color green. Car wash. So I don't have to paint it green, and that's one of the things that is our rules is that we don't paint it the color it came in with. So green is not going to be the color I'm going to do this with. So definitely, not this one. Okay. So last car was green. We have to do this something else. Okay. Wheels and tires look a little big on it. We might have to reduce that down a little bit. So, all right. How you guys doing? I hope this video is finding you all happy and healthy. We are going to get this Ford Torino kind of $500, not bad. We'll get it cleaned up. Go. Why don't we go ahead and get rid of the interior? There we go. And go ahead and start adding some parts here. You can do up the body first on this thing, just for the giggles. Oh, fresh imports. Where is my Torino? There it is. Okay, so we do have some options here. Looks like. Just going to kind of put this thing together and see how it goes. The bumper, yeah, okay. I was going to say the bumper looks like it needs to... Oh, I've got headlights behind there. I think. Goes in. Okay, so let's do this. Go. Let's see what this has available on it, and then we'll try to paint, probably go to paint something a little bit different on it later. We'll see what it's got first, though. All right. Trunk. Tail light. Bumper. Bumper chrome? Yeah, bumper's chrome. Okay, we got it. Rear window. And mirror. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't remember this type of Torino. My Torinos that, you know, the first encounter with a Torino for me was Starsky and Hutch. That was the first Torino that I got like enamored by. I loved that car. They called it the striped tomato. Man, I loved that thing. I had a Hot Wheels car that I even painted to look like it, even though it wasn't really a Torino. I painted it like the Starsky and Hutch car. So yeah, I think the Starsky and Hutch car was like a 74 Torino, I think it was. I think that's what it was. Okay, are you? Okay, you are 100%. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. 100%, 100%. Okay, I think I need headlights in here. I don't know. Let me take a look. Let's go left headlight. Right. No. Right headlight. I think. So someone take this off, right? I feel like they should have headlights in there. No, I guess not. Okay, we are going to take a look here. Frames 100%, body's only 79%. So what the heck am I missing on the body? Let's go to the end here. License plates, of course, steering wheel. I guess it's the license plates. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Man, that's an awful lot of... Okay. Well, that's what it is. It's what it is. I mean, come on. All right, let's get... let's sell this stuff out of my inventory. I did have an extra door, didn't I? Okay. So let's got that. We might as well get the interior done while we're doing this. That one. Okay, that, and that. I think I'm going to go with all that. That works for me. Okay. I like it. Like I said, I just can't paint it the same color, and it is under 150,000 miles, so I'm good with that. I'm good with all that. Okay, so we've got that. All right, we're going to put it up in the air. We're going to rip apart the rear suspension here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. And then we'll be back when we put it together. All right? Okay, stay tuned. All right, so I had a mini meltdown in the paint booth. I couldn't decide what I wanted to paint this thing. And that still doesn't look right. Let me take a look here. Yeah, it looks about as right as it's going to be, I guess. It's trying to get a metallic color. So yeah, I kind of did this to as a nod to the Impala over there, but I was really trying to get a different rear end setup underneath here, but I'm not keen on anything I'm finding. I really truly had an idea for the concept of the car, but it just didn't come through as I was in the paint booth. So I've decided to go this route for right now, kind of keeping the underneath a neutral-ish kind of color. That way, even though it's a metallic color, it doesn't look like it painted well. But I'm going to go with it for right now. So fold it in. And there we go for that. All right, let's get this side. Yes, the wheels and tires on here are 18-inch wheels and tires. I don't think it's suitable. I think they're a little too big. Maybe the profile was a little too big. I don't know. I'm looking at possibly going 17 or even a 16. So that's what I'm looking at, possibly doing. That's what we're going to do on there. Okay, so that's done. That's done on that side. Okay. Those got chromed out. Figured why not. That's kind of like what I've done on some of the builds in the past. I like do one of them chrome and the other one painted. So it kind of gives a variety underneath the hood, or underneath the chassis. So this might turn out okay. I mean, it might. Okay, so that's all done. I think I've got all the parts underneath there. Oh, the pinion. Let's get that in there. So I did go ahead and put the exhaust system in, get the fuel tank in, get the fuel pump in. So all that is good to go. Now we're going to work on the front end. So as you can tell, it's a 245, which isn't very wide. It's a 45. And it's an 18. So I'm thinking I got to look underneath here. There's probably not a whole lot of space to put a very wide tire on this. Probably not much space at all. So that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be a challenge. All right, I'm going to rip down the front end here, get all my new parts, and then be back in a few minutes. Just slam it together. Alrighty, now let's see how badly this goes together. I'm hoping it's not too bad, honestly. I think it'll turn out pretty good. So far, I haven't found anything to tell me otherwise, outside of the door panels on the inside. That's about it. But other than that, honestly, I don't see anything wrong. All right, let's put this in perspective here. Okay, this will go down here. All right, I was kind of wondering how that was going to play out because I wasn't. Oh crap! I didn't realize that I did not have any shock absorbers, so I took a shot in the dark and built these. Purchased and painted these. So yeah, shot in the dark. Hey, I won. So, good deal there. I just hate it when you're on a roll to put something together and something just stops you dead in its tracks. That's about the way it is. So to help out the front end a little bit from a little bit of sway, we put like a nice little V8, supercharged V8 in here. It will definitely get you down the road. Cap. Oh, no, I don't have the caps. Okay, let's get 2 caps. All right. Force the brims. I go with the bows. Okay, that, and that. Why is it not letting me? Oh, I know why. Because I haven't put the steering rack in here. Inner or outer tie rods. So that, they don't want to put a motor on there. Or a wheel on there. I'm not buying it. We're going over here. Because we've still got a little bit to go. We've got to build the engine. Get this thing all lined up. Make sure everything's good to go in it. But yeah. Let's see here. Hey. Plus, I think I'm going to paint the engine red. So, a little red underneath here won't be too bad. And it'll look better off the gray than anything else, I think. Metallic gray. Alright. That thing is ready to roll. Anything in my inventory? Oh, tie rod ends. Wait a minute. I got the tie rod in on that side. Now on this side. There we go. Got that tie rod end. Or vertical tie rod. That's good. Alright. Now what's in my inventory? Junk. Okay. 2 valve overhead valve carb. Is that the only engine compatible? Yes. Yeah. So fortunately, this is the only one there is. So this is the one I'm going to build, and we'll be back in a few minutes to slap this bad boy in there. All right. All right. Be back soon. All right. Very similar to what I was going to put in the Impala, but This is going to go into our Ford Torino. Go ahead and take this off the stand. I didn't think about it. Maybe I should have painted it the Ford blue. Maybe that's what I should have done. Oh, well. Can't worry about that now. All right, let's look for a gearbox. This should take it to... this should be the V8 one here. Right? I need to do a couple things. Like, one, I need to paint this bad boy, but I'm going to paint it... I'm going to paint it black, I think. I'm going to go chrome. There we go. I think that's what I'm going to do right there. I need... Go ahead and stick this in there. It'll look beautiful in there. Yeah, it does. All right. Also, let me go get drive shaft. There. Nope. Electronics for the starter. V8 starter. Now that should have... I think we've got... I've got an exhaust piece I need to put in there too. But that's okay. We'll get it when we're down here. All right. Yes, I do. Go ahead and put the transmission in. Starter. Got these two sections. Both these are going to be performance pieces. There we go. Drive shaft. Gotta be that carbon fiber and chrome, man. It looks good. Always looks good on these cars. Okay, I think that's all for underneath here. For the wheels and tires, I think you're probably going to kill me, but I kind of wanted to go a little bit nostalgic with this. So I went with the Mustang wheels and tires. And I dropped it down to a size 16. Ran with a 285 on the back. So I think with the Ford Torino, I think this style wheel actually looks really good on it. And it still fills the wheel wells. More than I thought it... Oh, more than I thought it would. Right? So, that's all right. 285. So 285 out back, 245 out front. The 40 profile on the back and 45 up front. I think that, yeah, it looks pretty good. It fills the wheel wells pretty good. But I mean, I took it down to an 16 from an 18. It still looks like it fills the wheel wells pretty good. All right. I think with the exception of my license plate, not putting one on the front. We'll put this back here. Boom. And then we'll take a look to see what do we got here. Body is 83%, and I think the only thing missing on that is the license plate. Oh, wait a minute. I got more here. ECU, rear clamshell B, left headlight, right headlight. I knew I needed headlights. Okay, so I knew it. Just knew it. All right, let's take this down. Clamshells. Let's talk clamshells. So let's go in here. Okay, clamshell. Clamshell B. Where's clamshell B? Oh, the interior. Okay, so clamshell B. Ooh, we have some interesting pieces here. Why don't we do the clamshell C? It has nitrous. Okay, so we're gonna go B for both those. All right. Let's add. Let's see how the roll cage looks in there. No, I don't like the net. So we will going to go. Let's go with clamshell B. That looks good. All right, so clamshell B is in. Got that done. Headlights. I don't know how to get these headlights in here. Because I feel like the headlights are covering these up. Maybe if I can squeeze, I can't. Wow. How do I? How do I find out how to get to the headlights? Let's see if I can get from up underneath there. This is interesting. Okay, so what else did I need? I needed headlights are a biggie. Can I get to them from underneath? Yep, I can. Right there. All right, so headlights done. What else am I missing? Oh, the ECU. Oh, I don't know why this had an ECU, but it does. So let's grab myself tune ECU. I think it was an A. And I remember seeing where it went. It went right there. So that's done. Okay, now we should be pretty much done with the stuff in there. License plate, and I don't care about that. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nice Ford Torino. All right, I am going to send this over to the test path, take care of the fluids, and I'll meet you in the paint shop in a few minutes. All right, see you there. All right, ever since I started talking about the Starsky and Hutch car, I think I want to paint this thing freaking red, like a bright red. I don't even think I want to go metallic, because if I went metallic, well, metallic's not too bad, but it's got that orange look to it. And I think I just wanted gloss. Not pearl, not matte, not chrome or chameleon. But this is going to go just straight up gloss red. Just old school red. You know what I mean? So the wheels and tires on there, I think it looks pretty slick. I think I may have to take it back in. I didn't really take a look at the front wheels as good as I should have. Those probably need to be a little bit narrower. Probably a little bit narrower. They look like they stick out. They look like they're kind of monsters in there. So let's go ahead and paint this. There we go. Let's go ahead and send you back to the lift because I want to change those front wheels. Those front wheels, yeah, they stick out just a little too far. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to buy. Let's go ahead and buy another set of Mustang rims here. There we go. We get 2 of those at 16. Thank you very much. And then for the tires, we are going to go for the 16-inch 255 we went before. So let's go down to we'll say 225. We'll stick it at 45. All right, and let's go ahead and mount these up. Pick these off. Yeah, this is a first. Usually I've got it figured out, but I didn't really take a look at the front wheels this last time. Actually, what I ended up doing was like, oh, that sounds like a good number, and I just kind of threw it on there. I should have looked first. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one I want? 255, 255. I want 225. Now, because I did want to go with a smaller tire. Yeah, that looks a little better. On the side. Yeah. It actually is going to have a little bit of a stance to it, I believe. So, yeah, that may help out too for the Torino. That, and put that in there. Yep. Okay, in my inventory, let's dump that. Let's dump that. Let's dump that. Let's take that off there. All right. Now we look like we're doing something. Now if I set this on the ground, might have a little bit of a stance, maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. Not a whole lot. All right, send her to the dyno. See if this thing has to offer. Okay, first off, we're going to have to tune. We do have an ECU. And we have a couple of carburetors, so that's going to be interesting. 12%. Okay. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Jeez. What the heck? Okay, -1 +5 +2. Hey, that worked. Okay, we've got that. Okay, now for the carbs. Nope, that's not going to work out. Go +1, -2. Well, that's not going to work out. 0. Ah, that worked out. By that. This car is going to have an exorbitant amount of... What? Oh, okay, it wasn't. A ton of boost. That's for sure. Ah, that worked. All right. Done. We've boosted everything. We've tuned the ECU and the carbs. So let's see what this thing has to offer. Woohoo! 611 horsepower, 772 pounds of torque. Not too shabby, and I think that ECU really came in handy there, because wow. All right, well there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ford Torino. Doesn't really have much as far as the interior is concerned, but hey, the rest of it looks pretty darn good. All right, now it's time to let me know what you think of the build. Do I save it or do I sell it? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about the car? I'll even post the link if this thing is. I'll post a link down below to get this car if you guys are interested. All right. Okay. I'll talk with you all soon. This is Quayzar saying good night, everyone, and I'm out.